here at the beginning of the race, the Longhorn of Ricky Weeks was hanging right with Carswell. Now Carswell is starting to open up that interval for the lead. He's lost ground, Ricky Weeks has, to the leader. But as I say that, the Longhorn of Ricky Weeks reels him back in, down the back straightaway, exiting off of turn number 2. And I'm wondering if the Longhorn of Ricky Weeks is saving those tires, saving that motor, waiting for this race, because we still got a long way to go.
I believe Ricky Weeks is riding back there trying to pick out his spot. He's checked out several different grooves right there, or where he can move to. As he moves closer coming out of turns 2, he gains the ground coming out of turn 2. But Meathead Carswell, he hammers down through 3 and 4, and he loses a little bit, and Weeks picks it back up as he come out of turn 4.
As they exit off the corner, back out of turn 4. You're seeing the machine of Carswell, or you're hearing on the 3 and Out radio network, Carswell sticking it to the inside of the racetrack. Everybody about a half a car length back, 2 car lengths now back is Ricky Weeks. Sitting patiently third is David Minton after his hiccup on the start. He sits good in third in the 3D. Fourth is Travis Greer, and fifth is going to be the car number 65, I believe, of Brandon O'Neill, as they'll come off the corner. Another lap on the board. I'm sorry, that's the 31 of Tommy Jones. So that's the way they stand, with still Carswell, the meathead, in turn 3 leading.
Carswell comes out of 3 and 4. Weeks his work to the bottom side and has moved up a little bit, but he seems to lose a little ground when they come out down the back straightaway.
Drivers fighting and clawing their way back into corners number 1 and 2 to the back straightaway. Carswell is out in front. He is now about to start picking off lap traffic. Lap traffic is in trouble. It's going to start off with the outside lane of car number 31 of Lloyd. Zach Lloyd, that is. He'll go a lap down, and more lap cars in the midst of Shoemating Company as Carswell gets by those cars. Separates your lead car to second with Wicks. Now Wicks plays defensive driver on Lloyd's lap car, and Minton will go to the 3rd spot on the inside of the lap car in 3.
All right, Wicks has a kind of a little thing going on right here, because he always uses his lap cars to kind of pass cars, but last time he was here at the Indiana Motor Speedway,
yes, sir,
he used that little deal coming out too, got a lap car right, and then made the move around him. So we'll see what happens this time.
Take advantage of lap cars is a pick, and we'll see if he can pick them off here. With still that happening, the meathead, Brian Carswell, out in front of the Valdez. Problems back straight away, turn 3. 1 car is off the pace. Spencer Davis in car 10. He'll go pit side. No, that's the 31. 31 is out. That's Zach Lloyd. Zach Lloyd is off the racetrack. Will still stay green. The leader is overtaking lap traffic out of turn 4. Sonny.
Then they come down the main chute. Ricky Weeks trying to work lap traffic. He looks, they get a little close there to that 1 car. Is that front stretch out a little bit rough right there. Halfway coming up.
And car off the pace on the back straightaway as we're about to hit halfway. Car number 35 of Gary Wood. Wood's car scampers up the outside of the banking, up the cushion as they'll exit off of turn 4 with 13 in. 12 to go. The meathead leads off of turn 2.
The sweeper trying to get it down here to the Alamo Speedway, trying to figure out where to make his move as they go down the back straightaway. Ricky Weeks, the sweeper, all right. The 10 car was involved last time. They said, look out.
Oh, they made contact. Oh,
involved last time. Now, let me tell you about the 10 car. The last time he was here, he was the cause of Meathead losing the race.
Really?
Because he got involved right there in a little incident.
Well, you see the end result, race fans, and you're hearing it on 3 and Out Sports Network. Lap car at Gastonia, North Carolina. The villain, Dylan Davis, blocking the lead cars of Carswell and Ricky Weeks. And believe it or not, he tried to cause Carswell to lose control and spin, but in the process, Brian Carswell turned him, exiting off the turn 4, and made him spin cycle on his own. And he still stays out in front, and Ricky Weeks couldn't get by him. Sonny, that was pretty interesting right there. We go under caution on lap number 13 of 25, 12 to go.
Yeah, last time he was here, he was kind of involved in it somehow or another, but this time, Carswell didn't waste no time. He
didn't, and he moved him.
He just shucked him out of the way to do what he had to do. Ricky Weeks back out. He couldn't make the move because he wasn't in a position to move.
That's right.
So they get it all sorted out.
And the thing is Ricky Weeks, he could have powered to the outside, Sonny, and made a move trying to get by Carswell, where Carswell got stuck and hung by the lap traffic of Davis. But Carswell said, I'm going to move you out of the way. You can't penalize the leader for doing that.
That's right. That's right. If you get in the way, you got to get over. But stuff happens.
Defensive driving right there.
Yeah, it's just defensive driving. That's right. That's like driving on Interstate 40.
Well, believe it or not, Sonny Hensley, and believe it or not, the 3 and Out Sports Network had coverage of that race. It boiled over before the 3 days of Carolina Thunder on that Sunday afternoon at East Lincoln Speedway in the late model race. Remember when Brian Carswell and Spencer Davis about wrecked each other coming to the finish line? They called it rough driving, and they said the win went to Spencer Davis because of it. The people were a mad, immaculate crowd on hand, was upset of what had happened, and they said, if you get beside me, if you make contact with me, I'm going to take you out. And that battle, that rivalry between the meathead Brian Carswell and the villain Spencer Davis continues on.
It continues on. Makes good for watching.
Oh, yeah.
Not good for drivers, but good for watching on both sides of that stuff right there. But always love a little action, little stuff happening right there. So,
and with that being said, the R&D Trucking, McLeod's Transport entry, Rocket Car number 17 entry of the meathead Brian Carswell will wait patiently to fire back up. Brian Carswell is driving a super late model motor. Super late model engines put out about 850 horsepower. There's more horsepower in a super dirt late model motor than there is in a NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series car. The Cup Series cars only put out about 850 horsepower. That's about 950 to 1,000 horsepower more torque on these dirt late models as well than you see a Cup car on Sunday as well. That's why they say, Sonny Hensley, my good buddy Rick Eshelman, and James Essex, they are the most powerful dirt late models on the planet, super late models. They are awesome to watch.
They are awesome to watch. I think Ricky Weeks running a 525. Is that right?
Ricky Weeks is in a 525. Yes,
Yeah,
sir. And a 525 engine is a spec engine from Chevrolet Performance. 525 spec engine from the manufacturer, like a 604 crate engine. Let's just trim the fat here. 525 horsepower. That's 525 horsepower tops on the 525 engine. A Chevy 604 crate engine puts out about 450 horsepower. That's what you see the Fast Track or the SECA or Dirt Car Pro late models put out in their cars. It's straight from the manufacturer. It's a crate package motor. You can't go inside the bolts. You can't tamper with it. You can't mess with it in any way. If you do on our series, it's an automatic 1-year suspension and $2,500 fine.
Yeah, a lot of those engines go around. I have seen some of those 604s that kind of being fixed a little bit, and they run real good. But, eventually you get caught when you kind of do stuff like that.
We've got super engines. We've got spec engines. We have got steelhead super motors. We have got aluminum motors. We have got 525 engines as well. Of the drivers, one car unable to make the start. The driver out of Lancaster, South Carolina, Sean Nelson, in car number 90. His Ricochet chassis got involved in an incident during the practice hot lap session earlier this afternoon. LD Shoemate's on pit road in car number 8. LD Shoemate in the car number 8 is on pit road. The black number 8 machine going behind the wall.
Getting ready
for the restart.
Yeah, getting ready for the restart right here.
Bringing back to green, Sonny Hensley, voice of Antioch Speedway.
Here we come, looking for the green flag. Brian Carswell out front. Ricky Weeks looking to make the move. Here they go. Pick him out. Watch him go down through 1 and 2. See what lines we run.
On the restart, they'll roar back to turn 1. Carswell up the outside. Here comes Ricky Weeks. Ricky Weeks in the back straightaway. He's got to run on the Longhorn 1W, making a move on the machine of Carswell. And waiting patiently is also 3D of David Minton. Good run for him. 3 wide for 6th in the middle.
Brian Harper in the 20 car. Check out that. The young man, the 12-year-old kid in the 20 car.
He's starting to come to the front, and we got a battle for the lead. Here comes Carswell under attack as Ricky Weeks on the inside.
Carswell on another foul out, single foul on 1 and 2. Brian Harper.
Wow.
In the 20 car, the youngster up there trying to work his way up through the field. He's in the top 4 now. He's been showing good with these boys.
What a race. Down the back straightaway they go into turn number 3 with Carswell to the inside. Here comes Ricky Weeks on the outside lane. On the bottom now comes David Minton, a 3-car battle now for the lead. And the natural, Bryson Harper, licking his chops about 5 car lengths back in 4th. If those 3 cars tangle for the lead, Harper can capitalize and run them down, Sonny Hensley.
He can run them down and can possibly get the lead. Here comes, look out! Weeks goes!
Problems, David Minton getting around Ricky Weeks. I don't know what in the world just happened, Sonny. I'm blocked behind the pole. What happened?
Hard in the corner. Good hard racing in the corner. Got up against Weeks and around he went. Weeks held on to
that was David Minton
right
in car 3D?
3D.
David Minton in 3D.
David Minton in 3D got a car. His car was running real well.
Yep.
Looked like he had a whole lot of horsepower. Might have had a little something for them boys out front. But he loops it around in turn 4 right there. Hard down in 3 and 4 right there and just gets up together. They get collected a little bit. And around he goes.
And we got a problem in the back straightaway as well. Gastonia, North Carolina's car number 10 of Dylan Davis. His car is off the pace on the back straightaway at the bottom of the entrance of turn number 3. So Dylan Davis with a problem, and David Minton in car 3D after his contact with Ricky Weeks for second spot, battling hard for the lead. The natural Bryson Harper starting to close in now. This will give Harper third place back, Sonny, on the restart after the incident with Ricky Weeks. And, of course, car number 3D of David Minton. David Minton had a good run going for it. Good run for him.
Car was working real well going down through the corners and stuff. Looked like he had some horsepower and stuff. Looked like he might really had something maybe he could add later on to the end of the race right there.
Well, it looked like for a moment David Minton stalled the motor in the car 3D 525 Chevy Performance engine, but he has got it fired back up now. He will go to the tail of the field for being the cause of the caution. No harm, no foul, Sonny Hensley on Ricky Weeks. Just good hard racing for the bridesmaid spot.
That's right. Good hard racing right there, Wesley. Everything was turning out real good right there. Now the Bryson Harper right there in that 20 car.
Yes.
Now he might be in the mix right here.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to remind you about some special upcoming races as we roar into Thanksgiving Thunder in November here at Antioch Speedway. Antioch Speedway will be in action next Friday night. Oh, my goodness, the Carolina Sprint Car Tour is coming, Sonny. Last I heard they did a race. It was at Sumter Speedway and also at Lakeview Speedway. Had 20-plus sprint cars. They've really been turning up the wick on that touring series. And the sprint cars back for the first time at Antioch Speedway. And I had to do some checking on the history books for this. Since 2007. It's been nearly a decade and more that sprint car winged warriors have graced their appearance here at Antioch Motor Speedway.
I was trying to remember the last time that I called the sprint car race over here, and we had a lady driver, and we had a couple Australian drivers.
Morgan Turpin.
Yeah, I think it was Morgan Turpin,
yep.
And I can't remember the Australian drivers. We had a couple Australian drivers here. But we're looking, and I was told it was probably going to be around around 30 of these sprint cars going to be here next week. So we're looking forward to that.
And then, oh my goodness, coming up in the month of August 17th, you've got another big night of racing, Friday night racing here at Antioch Speedway. And Sonny Hensley on Saturday, August the 18th, we turn the dirt track course into a mud bog track. It is going to be a big monster mud bog Saturday night, August 18th.
August 18th. That ought to be get quite a few out of the woods with the big trucks and the big wheels and all that good stuff.
Yes.
I've already talked to several that and they're real interested in that. So probably looking to have a big crowd for the little mud bog thing we're going to have over here.
If you've never heard of a mud bog or seen a mud bog before, it's kind of like going to the fairgrounds or going to NTPA tractor pulling event. Right. Going to a tractor pulling event, you've got the tractors, the trucks, they got a sled on the back, okay? The weight gets to the front of the sled. The further the sled goes to the front of the tractor, it causes weight to bog the tractors and trucks down. Well, in this case of mud bogging, you have a certain distance you got to reach. We call it full pull, Sonny Hensley, except they're driving their way through mud, and the further they go down the track, the thicker and harder it gets to get to the top end. So, should be fun. We're about to come to the restart.
Yeah, we're about ready to get ready.
No, another lap under caution, it looks like.
All right, we're going to get them.
But yeah, it's going to be fun, though.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fun. Everybody loves to play in the mud.
And you will get dirty.
Oh, yeah.
The mud will sling. That's why they call it